Today, boys and girls, we're going to be talking about inside a story and outside a story. Okay, the outside of a story is not like going outside. The outside part of a story is when you tell what happened. I want you to look at the story that Mrs. Wood wrote. Let's see what happened. I poured myself a bowl of Cheerios. I'm going to mark that in yellow so you can see that good. That's called the outside of the story because it's telling what happened. I couldn't wait to take a big spoonful of my Cheerios. That is not telling what happened. It's telling how I felt. Let's see if something happens here. I poured milk into my cereal, but it wasn't my cereal. That's something that happened. That's something I did. It was in my water cup. That tells what happened. I said yuck. Okay, when I said that kind of tells how I feel, didn't it? I felt disgusted. That's telling how I felt. It doesn't tell what happened. Let's continue to look for what happened. So I poured my water and poured out my water and poured milk into my cereal. This tells what happens. That's the outside of the story. Then I ate my cereal. That's the outside of the story. Now, the inside of the story is your feelings, how you felt about something. Let's see if we can find some inside parts of the story. I poured myself a bowl of Cheerios. I couldn't wait to take a big spoonful of my Cheerios. Is that telling how you feel? Yes, if you can't wait to take a big spoonful of something, that is called the inside of the story. It's a feeling one. Okay? Here, after I poured my milk into my cereal, but it wasn't my cereal, it was my water cup, I said yuck. If I said yuck, how did I feel? Yes, I felt disgusted when I said yuck. That's the inside of the story. Okay, let's keep looking. So I poured out my water and poured milk into my cereal. Then I ate my cereal. It was delicious. How did I feel at the end of the story? Yes, it was delicious. It's like telling how I felt. I liked my cereal. That's why I thought it was delicious. So the outside of the story tells what happens. The inside of the story tells how you felt about something. I want you to get a piece of your writing. Get a piece of your writing out of your folder. Now, I want you to get your highlighter. Get a highlighter. We're going to look for sentences that tells how you feel. Okay? I want you to read your story and we're going to find inside parts of a story if they tell how you feel. I got out of bed and walked down the hall. It was still dark. I couldn't see where I was going. Does that tell how I felt? No, it doesn't tell how I felt. Okay? All of a sudden, I felt something squishy and wet under my foot. I looked down at my wet foot. Does any of that tell an inside part of the story how I felt? No, that's all outside. It's telling what I did. Let's read another one. I turned on the light and saw that I had stepped in dog poo. I yelled disgusting. Does that tell how I felt? Yes, I was disgusted. That's why I did that. So I'm going to highlight that sentence because that tells how I felt. So I want you to get your writing and I want you to highlight any sentence that's in your stories that tells how you felt. If you do not have any sentence in your story that tells how you felt, okay, you're not going to highlight anything. Tomorrow, we're going to be working on adding sentences that tell how we feel.